Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 13 and our members are me, Muhammad Aryandika, and my partner is.
Refangga Thomas A.
So we will talk about teacher development. So without further ado, let's get to the next slide. Okay, the first slide, table of content. In here we will talk about four subtopic. The first one, teacher collaboration, learning from each other. The second one, for the avenues of professional development. The third one, the multiple roles of a language teacher. And the fourth one is resume of teacher development journal. So the first section will be explained by Refangga Thomas A. The floor is yours.
All right. Teachers collaboration, learning from each other. Teacher collaboration basically occurs when members of a learning community work together to encourage students' learning and achievement. There are some methods that can be used for teachers collaboration. The first one is peer coaching. The second one is team teaching, and then collaborative curriculum development and revision, and then presenting at a professional conference, and then joining a professional association of teachers. And the last one is informal local teacher support group. Next slide. All right. The first one is peer coaching. Peer coaching is a systematic process of collaboration in which one teacher observes and gives feedback to another teacher, usually with some form of reciprocity. Kate Kinsella defines and elaborates that peer coaching is a structure process by which faculty members voluntarily assist each other in enhancing their teaching within an atmosphere of collegial trust conducive to development of individual instructional improvement goals and clear observation criteria. And then reciprocal focus, non-evaluative classroom observation, and prompt constructive feedback and those observation. Peer coaching can offer a personalized opportunity for growth. Both sides of the team benefit. The first one is the observer is called upon to carefully analyze another's teaching and thereby sharpen his or her own metacognitive ability to reflect on the teaching process. The second one is the teacher being observed is nudged out nudged out of what might otherwise be some complacency into a heightened awareness of his or her own areas of strength and weakness. And then the next is team teaching. Team teaching can be defined as a group of two or more teachers working together to plan, conduct, and evaluate the learning activities for the same group of learners. As we can see in the PowerPoint presentation, there are several models of team teaching are common. The first one is two teachers are overtly present throughout a class period, but divide responsibility between them. The second one is two teachers take different halves of a class period, with one teacher stepping aside while the other performs. And the third one is two or more teachers teach different consecutive periods of one group of learners and must collaborate closely in carrying out and modifying curricular plans. The advantages of team teaching, especially in the first and two models, is parallel those of peer coaching. Teachers are encouraged to collaborate, to consider respective strengths, and to engage in reflective practice. And in the third models, teachers must develop a pattern of frequent communication and exchange, the fruits of which often are greater professional growth. Next slide. The third one is collaborative curriculum development and revision. Curriculum development can be defined as the step-by-step process used to create positive improvements in course offered by school, college, or university. Innovative teaching techniques and strategies such as active learning or blended learning are also constantly being devised in order to improve the student learning experience. As a result, an institution must have a plan in place for acknowledging their shift and then be able to implement them in the college curriculum. Curriculum revision means to give it a new position or direction alteration to its philosophy by way of its aim and objectives, reviewing the opportunities for teachers to work together during the school day to make those connections through examining their practice, consulting with college, and developing their skills. The process of curriculum development and revision warrants a similar collaborative effort. In the same way, the teacher are sometimes all too happy to turn over research to the expert. So we are attempt to get curriculum specialists to do course and program development. Growing dynamic language program are product of an ongoing creative dialogue between teachers and among teachers, and those that are assigned to compile curricula. Not to involve teacher in the process is to run the risk of programs that are generated in a vacuum of short, devoid of a dynamic interaction among students, teacher, and administrator. The fourth method is presenting at a professional conference. A conference is generally understood as a meeting of several people to discuss a particular topic, while a professional conference is a meeting of authorities in a given subject of profession, dealing with organizational matters, matters concerning the status of the profession, and scientific or technical developments. Since it is difficult not to collaborate in some way on such events, and some collaboration is often involved in the preparation, critiquing, and in interacting with one's audience, a professional conference can be an excellent training ground for teachers for planning to present at a professional gathering teachers. It can be a medium for teachers to prepare and deliver a high quality presentation on a topic of professional interest. This presentation are co-presented, giving the presenter an opportunity to collaborate and pool their effort. The advantage of, the advantages of conference presentation are it is superb opportunity to develop some ideas and to share them with professional community at large. And then it gives an impetus to focus on some background reading to systematically pull together an idea or topic to present it clearly and enthusiastically. And then ultimately to establish new professional connection beyond institution. Even it is also an excellent addition to resume. Next slide. All right, the next what is it? Joining a professional association of teacher. A teachers association are in every country and virtually in every corner of the world. The best way to stay in touch with the field, to join with others in our profession, and to experience the stimulation and education of our professional partners is to participate in such an organization. Joining a professional association is maybe an important consideration for teacher, especially those who want to continue to learn, grow, and collaborate. However experienced or inexperienced we are as a teacher, there is so much to gain from this or energizing occasion. There are um, 5 benefits if we joining a professional association of teacher, like networking with fellow teacher, and then opportunities for research, and then leadership skills improvement and practice, and then access to specific grants, fellowships, and awards. And the last one is prioritizing of growth as a teacher. All right, the last one is informal local teacher support group. According to Murphy and Sato, collaboration can take the form of gatherings of teachers in your school or neighborhood or city. At local level, of the day-to-day routine that we all find ourselves in, the importance of purposeful gatherings of teachers cannot be strongly stressed. Even if agendas are rather informal, it is important to have times when a staff of teacher gets to cover a number of possible issues, such as students' behavior problems, teaching tips, curricular issues, and even difficulties with administrative bureaucracy. When teachers talk together, there is almost a sense of solidarity and purpose, and ultimately a moral boost. Informal local teacher support group is a particularly powerful form of learning for teacher. This group refers to groups of teachers who voluntarily gather on a regular basis to develop and share knowledge. This informal local teacher support group expected to be an effective means of enhancing peer learning of academic teachers. All right, to sum up, teachers collaboration occurs when members of a learning community work together. Collaboration is not a task to complete, then move on. It is an ever-changing, ongoing process that is only enhanced by social networks and access to new technology. There are some benefits of teacher collaboration, such as increased academic effort, more creative lesson plans, and less teacher isolation. The best part about the benefits of teacher collaboration is that they can be a reality as they are in so many learning communities around the world. The key is acknowledging, understanding, and working diligently to overcome the challenges and obstacles standing in the way of high-quality teachers' collaboration. All right, I think that's it for the first material. The second material will be explained by Aryandika.
Okay, is my voice clear?
Yes.
Okay, the next one, further avenues of professional development. As you can read here, further avenues of professional development is some kind of effort that you need to improve your own professionalism by your own what is it by your own way, by your own method, and by your own pace. So let's go to the next slide. There are some methods of professional development as follow: reflective teaching journals, teaching portfolios, professional reading on your own, and writing for publication. Okay, let's go to the first one, reflective teaching journal. Basically, a reflective teaching journal is used to evaluate for what you have done in teaching. So when you are having a reflective teaching journal, you can write anything that you want about your teaching way, about your student development, about your student engagement, anything about education, anything about teaching, anything about learning experience that your student have. So it is important for you to evaluate your way, to evaluate your skill, to evaluate what have you done, and you will and it will help you measure the progress that you have for being a professional teacher. Second one, teaching portfolios. As we know, good portfolios shows good quality of the teacher, good quality of the human being that made the portfolios. So the portfolios for the teachers, such as lesson plans, student assignment, teachers' written description, and video text, shows how good you are as a teacher. When you are making a portfolios, many people will see this. Many people will give comments and critics about it. Then you can develop your portfolios later on. And when you develop your portfolios, you can improve your own skill, improve your own creativity to make your own portfolios better later on. And moreover, you can put these portfolios on your reflective teaching journal so you will not miss anything, you will not left anything behind for your progress. Next one. The third one, professional reading. Basically, it is only a reading activity, but in professional way. So you have to read a lot of book, journal, research that you think that you assume it can develop your skill as a teacher being. Number four, writing for publication. As we know, when you are writing something for publication, you are capable enough to share your knowledge, to share your to share your information. So when you are writing for publication, you can get many comments about it. You will get many critics about it. People will rate your writing, and people will give any suggestion for writing. And moreover, you can get a special chance to cooperate with other people for making another big research that you can write. Of course, it will develop your skill eventually, because when you are right, you will develop your knowledge, because you need to read first before you write. Next one will be explained by Refangga Thomas A again.
All right. The multiple roles of a language teacher. We are revisiting the concept of teacher's role here, but from a different perspective, from a more overarching view of expectation placed upon teacher, and not just language teacher. Just what are those many roles that you must be prepared to assume? Right, next slide. All right, as we can see in the slide, adapted from Joseph Lee, 2014, there are 7 roles of a language teacher as follow. The first one is language specialist. The second one is craft person, and then artist, and then intellectual, and then researcher, and then learner. And the last one is transformative reflectivist. All right, I think that's all.
Okay, for the next section.
So this is going to be explained by Aryandika.
Yes, thank you. For the next section, we will talk about the resume of Teacher Development Journal. The title of this journal is Promoting any Teacher Development in EFL Higher Education Context, a Teacher Educator's Reflection. Okay. So there are some part that we will discuss about this journal, about this resume of journal. The first one is background. The use of English as a medium of instruction, or ME, has increased nowadays, but and this journal will talking much about on how to develop the use of ME for much teacher that they can use it for what is it for expand the knowledge wider for them and also for their learners. However, even though the demand of using English as a medium of instruction has been increased nowadays, the background, the capability of the teacher are not capable enough. So this journal will talking about what are the barriers that are holding the teachers development, and also will give some recommendation about on how to develop the use of ME for teachers. The next one, barriers confronted by ME teachers in China and familiar EFL context. Why it is in China? Because the journal is basically from China. The first one, emotional barrier, anxiety resistant towards English. It means anxiety. The anxiety means most of the teacher cannot use English, cannot use ME in their class due to their anxiety. They are not confident enough to use English in their class. They are not confident enough to teach people by using their own capability of English. And resistant towards English means the cultural factors are holding them on due to due to the resistance towards English. The culture holding them, the culture in China don't accept English much, so that's why they cannot use English as their first medium to to educate people. The next one, pedagogical barriers, limited professional competence in ME teaching. Pedagogical barriers mean there is no there is no special course for the teacher of on how to use ME in their class, so they have no idea on how to use ME in their class, why and and how to maintain their learning and their teaching method by using ME, because they are have no idea about the pedagogical of using ME. Next one, social barriers, lack of support and recognition in higher education. Related to the first one, related to the last one, which is there is no pedagogical special course for using ME in the class in China. Lack of support here mean there is no special course that is developed by the educational institute or maybe the government. So they have no special ability. They are not learning a special capability, special abilities, special skills for using ME in their class. Next slide. A framework on effective and sustainable ME teacher development. Basically, it is how to overcome the problems, the barriers that said before. The first one, fostering ownership of English as a global language. When you are accepting English as a global language, you will realize English is just a language. English is just a tool for talking, for giving ideas. So English will not affect anything about your culture, and you will have no anxiety anymore when the culture already like you for using English in the society. So you when you accept English, you will have no more hesitation of using ME in the class, and you won't have any more about emotional barriers. Second one, developing effective classroom language in ME classroom. As I said before, the teachers seems don't have any healthy environment to develop their skill for using ME in their class. So in this point, we have to make a healthy environment by giving them course, by giving them place, special course to develop their capability of using ME in the class. C. Developing discipline specific pedagogical competence in ME teaching. Related to the BE, It means we have to give special course for most of the teacher on how to use Emmy and on how to and on why to use Emmy in their class. But this one is more focused on pedagogical aspect. So when we are giving a special course about Emmy, we have to give a pedagogical training also for the teacher. So the teacher will have idea on how to develop Emmy in their own class later on. D. Creating a community practice focused on Emmy teaching. When you are having a special course that are developed by the government or any educational institute, you will have a friend that having that are on the same boat with you. So when you having a friend, you have to make a small community that will develop your skill, and this small community will help you to improve your skill better. It will enhance you to be a better teacher. And moreover, in this small community, people will give comments, critics, suggestion about what you have done, and you can exchange some information. You can also get any recommendation on how to develop Emmy in your class. So this is essential. This is also essential for the teacher who wants to use Emmy in their class. Okay, I think that's all from us. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Thank you.